I was always the person to be. Hi, my name is Ebony Morrison. I am 31 years old and I'm born and raised in Miami, Florida. So when I was a baby, I said I was super serious and quiet, which is crazy to me because now I'm just as crazy and as loud as I want to be. The house was full of love. My mother and my grandmother did a great job. I never wanted for anything. I was just fully supported in everything. And anything that I thought I wanted to do, I had the support there from my mother and my grandmother.
As is Morrison in four,
So
the
my
battle
mother ran
between
track.
those two. Morrison was
So it was in my blood. My grandmother ran track as well. I was the one that took it to the next level. My grandmother ran, she stopped after high school. My mother ran, she stopped after college, and then I took it pro. So it was I was gonna run track if I wanted to or not. I had a D1 scholarship to Auburn University. I completed my freshman and sophomore year there. Then my mother passed away, and I wanted to come home. And I spoke to my coach there at Auburn. And he went out of his way to help me try and find a scholarship close to home. And luckily, the University of Miami had one full ride left. And he spoke to Coach Dean, and the scholarship was mine. So I was able to come home and then complete my college degree at the University of Miami. I don't get deterred easily. And something as big as that, as losing a parent, you would think that you could get thrown off track, but I knew that's what I was supposed to do. Like I set out a goal and I knew that needed to be completed. I knew my mother would want me to complete that. So it never was a deterrent. It was really a motivation to make sure that I set forth and complete the task at hand. With Liberia, there was no trials. All I had to do was hit the Olympic standard. And once you hit the Olympic standard for smaller countries, you go. Well, I've always been Afrocentric since a little kid, coming from my mother and my grandmother. And when the opportunity presented itself to be able to represent this African country, I jumped at it. A lot of people usually ask me, USA just has like so much bigger opportunities and it's a bigger stage and, it's a little more grandiose. But for me, I've never felt more at home than I did when I was welcome on the Team Liberia. So for me, it's just a great pride and joy, a really amazing time in my life to be able to compete for that country and to put the Liberian people on such a big stage and bring notoriety to the country. Going into my second fight journey for the Olympic Games, I knew that I was going to need a therapist. I've always wanted a therapist and I've never shied away from therapy. I think wanting to work on yourself is an awesome thing. A lot of people don't think that it is. But for me personally, I've always thought it was an awesome thing to want to better yourself. I found out that my insurance covered mental health therapy. So I got a therapist and I worked on myself, and it's helped me not only in my track career, but in my, personal life with romantic and platonic relationships, just personal development in my business, and just in life in general. I'm a big advocate for seeking help. I would say that my love is, newfound, and I'm just really appreciative of it because it's created like a new path and journey for me, and I've created a whole business out of it now. You would be surprised how many Black people don't even really know like what Pilates is or what the fitness modality is, and I wanted to make sure that if I was going to partake in it and create a business around it, that I would have a sector in my business that would make it accessible to communities that don't know much about it. It's on TikTok. And I don't know what was in the algorithm because Pilates has gotten really popular all of a sudden. But something in the algorithm hit. And I think I saw this girl starting her business in Pilates. And I said, I could do that. So I did. I started with the free social club. So initially it wasn't going to be like a business. I started the free social club. It gained so much traction. Everybody was like, oh, I want to be a part. I want to be a part. I said, oh, wait a minute. This could be a thing for real. And then I started with the free social club, and I still run the free social club. And we do that every month, free for the community to come out and enjoy, partake, and learn about this fitness modality. And then I was like, make this a business. And I got my LLC, and then I became a vendor with like all the cities, and so we're still on our journey of growing it, but it's been a nice journey. Where do I see Squeeze Pilates in a year? Well, we'll be partnering with a few cities and the county. So I'll be able to bring free Pilates to a lot more people. We'll have some stuff down south and up north. So just growing its name in that way, and hopefully with some bigger partnerships. I'd love to partner with, how they do with the Marlins, or how they do with, the Heat and all those different things. Partnerships would be really, really great. So partnering with some, high profile brands would be an amazing thing as well. There's so much that you can learn in stillness. My therapist often reminds me that I'm always trying to figure out what's the next thing. How do I become this, or how do I do that, or how do I come out of this, or why am I feeling this way? And she's like, sometimes in that stillness, God will talk to you and help guide you in your journey. So sometimes someone needs to tell you, be still. So this is me telling you, try being still.